Look at the world around you. We live in an age that demands constant motivation. We are told to chase fleeting highs, to rely on external inspiration, and to search endlessly for a passion that will solve all our problems. But these sources are fragile. They are built on sand. The moment a challenge arrives, they crumble, leaving you stranded, exhausted, and feeling like a failure. What happens when the inspiration runs out? What happens when the outside world offers nothing but resistance? True power, true indestructible motivation is not found in what you gain, but in what you refuse to lose. It is an internal engine that burns not on excitement, but on unwavering principle. This is the art of motivation, as taught by the ancient Stoic philosophers, Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. They faced empires, exile, and immense personal hardship, yet they maintained a fierce, disciplined drive that shaped history. Today, we are going to unlock their timeless secrets. We will forge a motivation that is not dependent on mood, circumstance, or approval. We will build an internal fortress of purpose that makes you truly unbreakable. This journey into the core of Stoic drive requires your full, focused presence. So please, stay with us until the very end. If the wisdom we uncover resonates with your need for a deeper, more resilient source of strength, please consider subscribing. It is the most direct way to ensure you never miss any of our future lessons on self-mastery and profound living. Part 1. The Unshakable Foundation, the core of Stoic drive. 1. The clarity of control, dichotomy of control. The greatest killer of modern motivation is wasted energy. We exhaust ourselves fighting battles we can never win. The opinions of others, the weather, the economy, the actions of our competitors. The Stoics gave us the first, most powerful tool for ending this depletion: the dichotomy of control. External versus internal. Divide the world into two simple lists: things inside your control, your judgments, your effort, your intentions, and things outside your control, everything else. The power shift. True motivation begins when you radically shift 100% of your energy and focus onto the things you can control. When you stop worrying about the result and only focus on the quality of your effort, external failures stop being existential crises. They become mere data points. The result: your internal engine stops sputtering on anxiety and starts running cleanly on intentional action. This is not apathy. It is the most profound form of power you can claim. 2. The fierce joy of duty, proheresis. What fuels a motivated life? The Stoics believed it was your proheresis, your reasoned choice, your moral will, your inner guiding principle. Motivation is not a feeling. It is a deliberate choice to act rightly, regardless of how you feel. Your highest self. Focus on being the best version of yourself in the present moment. Not for a distant reward, but because acting virtuously is the reward. A motivated person is one who is constantly striving for integrity, justice, and wisdom. The daily assignment. Your task is not to feel excited, but to decide, what is the virtuous thing to do right now? If the task is hard, the reward is greater, because you are strengthening your moral character. This fierce, quiet joy of duty is a motivation source that can never be taken away. Part 2. The furnace of discipline, training the mind. 3. Premeditation of Adversity, Premeditatio Malorum. Most people's motivation dies the first time they hit a roadblock. The Stoics intentionally prepared for this moment. They practiced Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of adversity. Expect the worst. Before you start a project, a workout, or a difficult conversation, pause and ask, what could go wrong? What discomfort will I face? Expect the failures, the insults, the delays, and the pain. Neutralize the shock. When the negative event actually happens, it loses its power to paralyze you. It is no longer a devastating shock. It is merely a predicted variable. You move immediately to execution instead of collapsing into surprise and despair. The motivating truth. When you accept the cost of the path, you are motivated by something deeper than optimism, realistic resilience. 4. The urgent call to action, memento mori. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Marcus Aurelius. The Stoic concept of memento mori, remember you will die, is not morbid. It is the ultimate motivational tool. It is the urgent call to action. The clock is ticking. If you had only 1 week left, would you scroll aimlessly? Would you procrastinate on the things you know matter? Number. You would act with crystal clarity. The present is priceless. This realization forces you to treat your current task, your current conversation, and your current effort as if it were the last opportunity you will ever have. This eliminates procrastination by turning time from an infinite resource into a fiercely precious, finite commodity. Part 3. Fueling the engine, the daily practice. 5. Voluntary hardship, inoculation against softness. If your motivation is strong only when things are easy, it is not motivation, it is convenience. The Stoics purposefully introduced voluntary hardship into their lives to inoculate themselves against external misfortune. Choose the discomfort. Fast periodically. Take cold showers. Walk instead of driving. Choose the harder workout. Deliberately remove a small comfort that you rely on. The discovery. When you realize you can thrive even in chosen discomfort, you discover a profound truth. You are stronger than your circumstances. The external world loses its power to break your spirit or derail your effort. Your motivation is no longer vulnerable to setbacks because you have willingly endured them before. 6. The awe of cosmic perspective, seeing the bigger picture. When your motivation dwindles, it is often because you have allowed your perspective to shrink down to a small, trivial, personal problem. The Stoics used the view from above, a cosmic perspective, to regain clarity and drive. Zoom out. Imagine yourself observing your life from the height of the ceiling. Now imagine it from the sky above your city. Now from space, watching the earth spin. Trivializing the trivial. From this height, the minor insult, the temporary setback, the small grievance, they all disappear into the vastness of the cosmos. The motivating scale. This awe-inspiring realization forces you to focus on actions that have true, lasting significance, serving others, improving your character, and contributing to the global community. You are not just working for yourself, you are a vital piece of an immense, beautiful whole. Part 4. The Resilience Protocol, when motivation fails. 7. The acceptance of what is, amor fati. Motivation often fails when reality does not match our expectations. We rail against the situation, wasting valuable energy. The Stoics taught amor fati, the love of fate. Embrace the necessary. This is not passive resignation. It is the active, fierce acceptance of every event, good or bad, as necessary for your growth. When a door slams shut, say, "This is what is needed now." The action. Stop wishing things were different. Ask immediately, given that this is my reality, what is the best possible action I can take right now, with the resources I have. This shifts your energy from complaint to constructive momentum. Your drive becomes a force of nature, moving through obstacles, not against them. 8. The habit of reflection. Evening examination. Great motivation is sustained by constant, honest self-assessment. Seneca practiced an evening examination, a ruthless, honest review of the day. The 3 questions. Before sleep, ask, what did I do well today? To reinforce good habits. Where did I fail? To identify weaknesses without judgment. How can I make amends or do better tomorrow? To generate a clear, actionable plan. No self-deception. This daily private audit prevents self-deception from accumulating. You are motivated not by self-praise, but by an unflinching commitment to continuous improvement. You go to sleep with a clear conscience and wake up with a precise plan of corrective action. You have been given the indestructible engine, the power of Stoic motivation. Your motivation is no longer a fragile, fickle emotion dependent on external forces. It is now a reasoned choice, built on the solid rock of principle, duty, and reality. Go forward, act rightly, accept what you cannot change, and apply all your effort to what you can. You are now fueled by something greater than inspiration. You are fueled by virtue. If the principles of this powerful philosophy have given you a stronger foundation for your life, please take a moment to hit the like button. Share this teaching with another soul who is ready to forge an unbreakable spirit and to continue building your inner fortress of resilience. Please subscribe to our channel. Join our growing community, dedicated to translating ancient wisdom into an extraordinary modern life. Let your commitment to this enduring strength be heard. Leave your personal vow in the comments. My drive is principle. Thank you for choosing the path of the Stoic.